Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Week in Esports. I'm your host, Lubu, and this is your Week in Esports. This week, we've got a lot of stories to tell. Obviously, the wonderful World Cup has just ended. Thanks. Congratulations to everyone who played and whoever won. Good for you. I'm proud of you. I didn't watch. In esports news, which is what I'm here for, in League of Legends, we're going to start off with League of Legends. Mark Z and Freak, David Freak Turley, have called out the American pros on their laziness and their decision to not scrim professionally instead of playing with randos on the live server and then lose in international play. A big part of this is that the pros have access to the test realm, and the test realm is a place that they can set up scrims against other pro players to only play against pros and never have to worry about playing against the randos of solo queue, and they choose not to. While other countries who defeat us soundly every fucking year in international play use these things for practicing and scrimming, our guys don't. There's only two pro streamers who stream and make a whole lot of money, and that's Sneaky and that's Doublelift, and you know, to a smaller extent Aframu. But the ultimate factor here is that like these pros, all of the pros in North America could be on the test round playing against one another all the time. They could be practicing against one another all the time, becoming better because they're playing a professional style game against the best players. And are they playing that? No, they're going in a solo queue and they're playing against randos and they're playing against feeders and they're playing against fucking int down mid motherfuckers, and they're never gonna get better playing against worse players because that's not how skill level works. And the fact that they don't give a shit is why Mark Z and why Freak are calling them out. They are complaining constantly that they're not getting enough. They don't have enough in their living situation. They don't have enough in their fucking money. They don't have enough time. But the reality is that they're not fucking taking advantage of the things given to them. This goes all the way back to Season 2 when people were talking about it, when they tried to organize tournaments. And Riot's only stipulation is that they can't stream the shit from the test realm. And that's not a big deal. Because like I said, only a couple of them, of all the teams, only like 3 of them actually stream regularly and for a large audience. Just don't stream the fucking games. The rest of you have no excuse if you're not one of those 3, and even those 3 make enough money off their fucking contracts that it's not like they're losing a significant amount of their income to take a day off from streaming and do that shit. So, in conclusion, League of Legends players in America, as I said last week, will continue to be worse than the internationals, will continue to lose in the international stage, and will continue to be bad. And so the only time you're ever going to see good American League of Legends is when they play one another. And otherwise, just get over the fucking belief that they're ever going to do anything good. They're never going to win internationally in this way. Not with the current setup, not with the way that they're acting right now, and not with the way that they're taking advantage of the contracts. Moving on to something more uplifting, Overwatch League, for once ever, has signed a deal with ESPN and Disney. Big Disney, big money, the mouse. They're going to be broadcasting Overwatch League on television to ESPN and to Disney, which is huge-mongous. This is gigantic because Disney has such a massive market of young people, and I'm talking young people, not 20-year-olds. I'm talking 14 and under. Disney appeals to a massive amount of people who are younger gamers, and ESPN solidifies the esport as an esport, as a thing that has permanence or permeance and has credentials. And so this is a massive deal for Overwatch League. It shows that the system is still making money somehow, even if the Twitch viewership is not the best. Twitch viewership has been consistent, it's very consistent, but it isn't amazing compared to other esports, but it is nice to see that they are consistent enough and making enough money to make these deals with ESPN and Disney. That is good. Another esport that has also been on Disney, that has also been on ESPN. Actually, I think Smash was on Disney, but EVO is coming up. The EVO tournament, Evolution 2018, has been broadcast on ESPN before. Smash has been broadcast on Disney. Will we see both of those on either of those channels this year? I don't know. But EVO is right around the corner. It's, I want to say next weekend, maybe 2 weeks. EVO is coming up though. Check your calendars. It's coming up. And it is the world's largest fighting game tournament, calling in players from all over the universe to play against one another in all the best fighting games, everything but Marvel. So EVO tournament players will be coming in to play Street Fighter, Dragon Ball Fighters, BBC Tag. They'll be playing Smash Bros. They're going to be playing it all. It's really awesome. Usually we get a couple announcements out of EVO these days, out of the fighting game community, Tekken and things like that. And I think the Mortal Kombat guys, NetherRealm's working on a new game, so maybe we'll see an announcement from them. That would be pretty sick. So check out EVO coming up. Fighting game tournament, it's awesome. We've seen so many amazing tournaments this past year. I expect Sonic Fox to be playing in 3 different games and placing in 3 different games. So go out there and root for the hometown hero. Finally, I'm gonna wrap with Fortnite. Wrap it up with Fortnite. Fortnite has launched their $8 million prize pool summer tournament series. This is an 8 tournament series with an $8 million prize pool, and I just said that and I reiterated it so that you could understand it. Fortnite's a big game, but their esports sucks. The production was shit. The game was laggy. The production was bad. It was the latency was really garbage, and that's unfortunate because Fortnite is the more successful game than PUBG. But PUBG had an esports event this past weekend, and it was clean, and it ran good, and it looked good, and the spectators were good. So what the fuck is Fortnite doing? Epic Games has got a really amazing game, and it's really popular, and everybody loves it. And the esports segment is probably the smaller segment of it. But when the pro players, when the big names like Ninja and TSM Myth are streaming in those tournaments, and then they have issues like latency, and the game is janky, and it looks ugly, that audience of Ninjas or that audience of TSM Myths gets upset, and they don't like it, and they can turn on you very quickly. And the arena of the public is the worst place for people to turn on you. So it is important, it's imperative that Fortnite and Epic Games find the spectators that they need, get the realms for tournaments that they need, and really solidify and hammer down the tournament for broadcasting so that it always looks good. I'm not entirely on board with the streamers streaming their tournament play because I think that that's weird and takes away from the tournament itself. But, you know, that's on Epic to decide. Hopefully it gets cleared up by the next tournament. Hopefully we have some really cool Fortnite tournament play coming down the line. That's it for this week in esports. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at chef_lu_bu. That's me. I'm Brian, Chef Lubu Smawley. This is RockPunch. You can follow them on Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitter. And thank you again. I will see you next week for next week's Week in Esports.